Hello there, I'm Terry Duke and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about a mod for Warband that was recommended to me several times in previous videos, Age of Sword and Sorcery. This here is a mod that boasts a lot, from a Renaissance era to guns and magic. So after covering mods from Bannerlord for a while, I'm back to Warband for some more quality content. If you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe for more. This isn't my first Warband video, far from it. And if you're into Bannerlord, like I just said, I made several videos on my channel which you can check out anytime. Now, on to Age of Sword and Sorcery. So right off the bat, the character creation format is a little different, with each option giving certain bonuses. Ironically, when creating my character, I decided to start from nothing, with my parents being a drunk and a harlot respectively, so I didn't have any bonuses. But by choosing different options in second character, I ended up with a lot more skills initially, as well as some money and gear, so it's not too bad. And here we are. The mod takes place in the fictional world of Euros, which is obviously inspired by Europe. I like the map though, lots of islands, which isn't something we see often. Technology-wise, this is clearly the Renaissance period, as the beautiful weapons and armor can attest. Going into simple arena sparring, I was so happy to see the fighting animations from Tolobaria and Outcaesar out in the hill. Seriously, this fighting animation is so much better than native, I can't get enough of it. Typically when I play a new mod, I like to start as a solo adventurer to explore the mod features before starting a warband, and what I quickly realized is that in Age of Sword and Sorcery, there's quite a few interesting features. Let's start with the guilds. In each town, we can go to the guild quarter. In this area, we have several guilds: merchants, hunters, mercenaries, wizards, and thieves, assassins, I'm not sure what they are. Heading into the Huntsman Guild, we can join the guild, then complete quests for them for prestige. Each guild has its own prestige as a form of currency, which can be used to buy unique items from them, as well as units for the warband. On 2 occasions, the Huntsman Guild has sent me to kill dangerous wild animals, first a bear, then some wolves. While fighting them though, it's not very impressive, they do need a little more work. But with the prestige earned, I decided to buy a wolf for my party, but again, seeing how easy they were dispatched in battle, I got rid of this wolf almost immediately, as I doubt they're very effective in battle. As a mount though, it would be pretty awesome if that was an option. The Sorcerer's Guild can only be joined if you have a certain level of magic, which I don't have. I will get to the magic in a minute. In the Merchant's Guild, mainly we can just buy a lot of goods. There's even a stock exchange where you can invest money to get more later on, so it's good for passive income. The Assassins, or Thieves or whatever, there wasn't a lot going on in there, except that they have a brothel. This isn't the most highest quality I've seen, but it's good enough that I have to blur it. Now, that's kinky, I wonder what they do with that. And while the Mercenary Guild is there, it's still a work in progress, there's nothing to do besides visiting it. All of these guilds are in every town in Euros, so it's easy to grab a few quests on the side to complete when convenient. Outside of the guilds though, there are a lot of unique dungeons in Euros to explore, most of which are caves with enemies to kill and chests to open. However, after picking a few locks, I was left with only the option to force the lock, which every time meant I could not open the chest at all. I don't know if I need some lockpicks or something. I looked in markets and couldn't find any. Still, dungeons are fun and bring a lot of unique gear. In terms of combat, besides the cool fighting animations, we also have guns. They're pretty deadly and fairly fast to reload. And then there's the magic, which is actually very simple to use. All you need is a staff and a spell. Equip them in the inventory and that's it. Throwing a projectile is kinda like using a crossbow. In terms of actual spells, I haven't seen many, mostly it's either a poisonous gas or some light bolts, though there's definitely more. The staff can't be used for melee though, so it's important to have a backup weapon. And finally, potions. It's actually really cool to see potions in the mod. Potions are cheap, somewhat easy to find, and can be equipped in combat for a one-time use. Some potions give some health back, others increase speed or attack temporarily. I'd use potions for sure if I wasn't so damn used to the Ctrl H shortcut. And in terms of playing as a solo adventurer, that's pretty much it. Guns, magic, dungeons, potions, and guilds. Already it brings quite a lot of variety. As you start building a warband, the process is pretty much the same as vanilla, though this is where the Renaissance vibe truly shines. I love the armors, the new postures. The pikemen and gunners look pretty awesome. In battle, there's also an option to have siege engines, though again, I could not figure out how to do it. But in battle with another army, they did have a trebuchet throwing rocks at my troops, and it looks pretty awesome. Just gotta figure out how to get those myself. And while a lot of the changes mentioned so far are pretty good, as part of this review, this is all the positive stuff I have to say. Now let's look at the negative. The biggest con, I think, is that the battles are still limited in size to native, which is painful. Here, two kingdom armies clashed, 1000 against 1000, and I was hyped to experience this mod in all its glory. But battles are limited to about 100 troops on each side, meaning it takes a lot of engagements to clear a battle, and by a lot, I mean over a dozen for this one specifically. A few rounds in, I was bored out of my mind. Eventually, it was just taking so long, I just ended up knocking the whole enemy army out just to get it over with. Seriously, this needs to change, at least allow for unlimited waves like Paris Snow. It would make all the difference in the world. Sieges also didn't change from native at all, with the exception of a major bug. Some castles, the walls were not loaded properly, and it led to some ridiculous moments. Look here. There's supposed to be a wall, my troops are going up the ladder and just staying there. Unable to defend the walls, the enemy garrison is just walking in a big circle. Yeah, it's ridiculous. To be fair, it wasn't like that with all of the castles. But still, it's like at best, we get native sieges, no surprises, at worst, some buggy messes. As far as creating a warband goes, troops are somewhat cheap and easy to upgrade, but I haven't seen many spellcasters. So it's like, cool, the mod has magic, but with so few troops even casting spells at all, what's the point? And as far as becoming a ruler goes, it's pretty much what you'd expect too. You have the diplomacy mod giving you the treasurer, the constable, and the chancellor for kingdom management, but as far as kingdom management goes, there's not much else. Even improvements in towns are limited to native improvements. The one thing that seems cool though via the camp menu is the ability to customize all of your troops from their names to their gear. That looks promising. In conclusion, Age of Sword and Sorcery has invested a lot in the solo experience. The addition of magic and potions, mixed with guns and the other Renaissance weaponry, truly makes for a unique warband experience. However, in the current state, the mod is still limited by the native features, especially when it comes to battles, sieges, and kingdom management. Is this the final version though? No. According to ModDB, this is still early access. However, the last update was November of last year. I don't know if the modder is still working on it, or when another version is coming. Not sure. But assuming some improvements are brought to battles and sieges, Age of Sword and Sorcery could easily become one of the top mods for Mount & Blade Warband. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more content. Plenty of Warband and Bannerlord content on my channel already, so feel free to check it out. But what do you think of Age of Sword and Sorcery? And what other mods would you recommend I try out? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.